arrogant thing, a person does not always understand that it can return to them in many years, and it could end much worse. Maria and Anita lived in the same city and studied at the same university. Both girls were beautiful, but there was one significant difference. Maria entered the university having passed a huge competition upon admission. Anita was paid for by her parents, who were the owners of the largest business in the city. Despite the difference in financial situations, the girls became friends, and they often went after their classes to a nearby cafe to have a refreshing cocktail. Anita was usually the initiator. Maria entertained her friend with funny conversations. The daughter of wealthy parents always looked at her friend with slight condescension. Once, the two girls, as usual, were sitting in the cafe. Maria was surprised that her friend did not enjoy her studies at all. Anita told her that studying is for the poor, and for her personally, success is guaranteed for life because her parents are rich. The waiter came up and asked what he could offer them. Anita replied that someone like him would definitely not be able to offer her anything, but he could bring a lemon cocktail to her friend, but quickly. After a while, the girls again called the young man over. Anita was indignant. "Hey, do you think we have time to wait for the order all day? Look, Maria, he is reading something instead of working. I told you that education is for the poor." The waiter apologized and replied that he was a little late because there were many orders and the ice had not been prepared yet. Anita rushed to the exit in anger and pulled Maria with her. She shouted at the waiter to pay for the bill himself. 10 years passed. A lot had changed since then. Maria got married, and together with her husband, they successfully developed their business. The second girl inherited the financial empire of her parents, dropped out of the university, and enjoyed her happy and luxurious life. Anita forgot about Maria because she considered her to be a boring and uninteresting friend. Soon, Anita's parents died in a car crash, and the result was an almost complete financial collapse, a lack of family and education. The only person whom she loved in her life was her son. He was a kind and cute child. Suddenly, she had another problem. Her son was taken to the hospital and an urgent operation was required. Anita thought with horror that she would not be able to find the entire amount of money right away. The woman was thinking about the possibility of borrowing money, but her friends were only good for wasting their parents' money for pleasures. Not having their own, they spent other people's finances with pleasure. And suddenly she remembered her kind and responsible friend, Maria. Sure, she had not seen Maria since she refused to lend money for Maria's father who needed treatment, but so many years have passed and her son needed more help than an adult man, Anita thought. Maria's voice on the phone was calm. She replied that she would be glad to help her, but she needed to invest money in the development of her own business. Anita replied that her son should not be blamed for that. "Of course, I do not blame the boy, but you are the one to be blamed for not studying and wasting your parents' money," Maria replied and hung up. The next morning, Anita was at the hospital again. The nurse who came to meet her smiled and said that the boy had a successful operation. When she brought the bill, Anita saw it and was shocked because it said €5. While Anita was trying to figure out why, the doctor entered the room and he demanded payment of the bill. "But there is some mistake, doctor. The operation cannot cost €5, the woman whispered. "The operation was done free of charge, but you've owed me €5 for the past 10 years for a lemon cocktail," the doctor replied. Looking at her son's savior, Anita recalled her words which she had said to the waiter 10 years ago. Finally, she took out €5 and gave the money to the doctor and left the room. The doctor only added, "Yes, you are right, education is for the poor, but ignorance is for those who put money above everything else and rely only on their wealth." This story tells us several things. First, study and achieving your goals always brings results. And second, you should never humiliate those who work a lot and those who are not rich. After all, one day the boomerang will definitely come back and your life may depend